The clock is ticking towards some 10,000 Air Canada flight attendants potentially walking off the job. Having taken a strike vote, the union could now issue a notice to strike as soon as August 16th. And that has some passengers we're speaking to here at Pearson Airport getting concerned.
It might affect us, actually. That's our return date. It's right near when we're supposed to come back from Italy.
The Air Canada component of CUPE, which represents flight attendants at Air Canada and Air Canada Rouge, says its members voted 99.7% in favor of strike action if necessary.
Flight attendants work hard, they deserve everything, but if something does happen, I guess we're just going to have to wait and figure out another way to get home.
Contract negotiations have been ongoing for months, but wages and unpaid hours remain sticking points. For instance, the union says Air Canada flight attendants are not paid for time conducting safety checks, boarding, and deplaning.
When I heard the news, I was like, uh-oh. But also at the same time, I think it's kind of, I don't know, flight attendants probably deserve a little bit more credit than they're getting, so.
We asked Air Canada how they are planning to support passengers over the next 10 days, and we're told the airline remains focused on reaching a negotiated agreement. Quote, Air Canada firmly believes that there is more than enough time to reach such an agreement and avoid disrupting the plans of hundreds of thousands of travelers. But if Air Canada begins to cancel flights, Gabor Lukács with Air Passenger Rights says the airline has an obligation to provide travelers with alternative transportation depending on when the flight gets canceled.
If it happened before the strike began, it is within the carrier's control, so they have to get you a flight that departs within 9 hours of your departure time, or they have to buy you a ticket on a competitor if that's the next best option.
But if a flight is canceled after the strike begins, Lukács says it's considered outside of the carrier's control.
And then they have to book you on a flight of their own or partner airlines that departs within 48 hours of your original departure time, failing which the airline has to buy you a ticket on a competitor airline.
The potential strike comes at one of the busiest times of year for airlines. In fact, on August 1st, Air Canada reported its busiest day of travel post-pandemic, with 160,000 passengers. At Toronto Pearson International Airport, Mackey, City News.